Welcome to Side Notes. I'm here at the Fringe Festival in Toronto, out and about, talking to a gentleman who is the HCP Human Canvas Project.
Yes.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much for having me.
Can you tell us a little bit about your project?
Oh, my project started one day when I thought I was going to be leaving Toronto, and I wanted to find a way to remember my friends who I made here forever with just looking at their pictures. And then it's kind of grown from there into being this big body acceptance project all about who we are and who we've been and what we're becoming in the future. So it's a way for people to wear their personalities on their skin.
What is your favorite one that you've done so far?
I can't really pick favorites just because a lot of them have very significant meanings to me. They're interesting because when I do them, it's a very personal, intimate experience between two people. Some of them I remember more, some of them I go on to become good friends with, some of them I don't. So it's each person has a specific memory attached to the picture that I remember to this day, but sometimes it's more interesting to figure out the relationship that's happened since that picture happened.
And with each average time that you're taking with the different projects, what would be the timeline in regards to doing one of them?
Each picture will generally take about, depending what they want done, if it's like a hand or an arm or something, I could take like 5 or 10 minutes. If they want to do something that's entire body, that might take upwards of an hour. But I'm generally very quick with what I do. I can do a lot in a very short amount of time, which is good. I'm always just kind of going with what I get, so I don't really have any plans. I just kind of just like, let's just screw around with paint and see what happens. But yeah, that's kind of it in a nutshell. Yeah.
And what kind of background do you have in the artistic world?
Well, I'm an actor, I'm a writer, and then about 2 years ago I started body painting. It's something that kind of came out of nowhere because I took like a little bit of visual arts in college, but never anything to this extent. Certainly never, I thought I'd never be a part of a successful project. But that's primarily it, is I do a lot of different arts, and especially in writing, and now game design, which I've just started doing, which I've just started creating a game that incorporates this project into a completely new thing. So that's getting a lot of fun, and it's interesting. It's definitely an interesting mesh.
Your website?
My website is mattimclean.com. That's all one word and without an E, so it's just Matti. If you're curious, it spells Matt I'm Clean. I didn't mean for that to happen. I think my parents were pulling a joke, but that is my name.
And looking back over everything you've done so far, what kind of message do you want to leave, not only with this art form, but your writing and all other artistic outlets that you're taking?
I think my overall message is that even though people suck, everyone is cool.
That's a great message. Finally, with the Fringe Festival itself, we're accepting, all these different artists from many different walks of life. What is your thoughts on the Fringe Festival itself?
I love Fringe. It's one of my favorite parts of the year. I got to be a part of someone else's Fringe tent last year. Now to have my own, it's just awesome. Every year I apply to get in Fringe, and every year I don't get it. So for me to be here instead, I think it was just meant to be. It's wonderful. I love it.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much.
Kari, you're actually the human canvas for Matt's artwork.
Yeah.
Can you tell us how long does that last, the design he put on you?
Honestly, it'll last until I basically wash it off. It'll last a good 4 to 5 hours. And to get it off, you just go in the shower and rinse with hot water, loofah, or just scrubbing with soap.
What does it feel like when he's painting it on you?
Oh, it's like a massage. It's the weirdest feeling. It's super cold, but not like... Outside, it's really great. Inside, the first time he touches you with a paintbrush, you're like, oh my gosh. But other than that, it's like a massage in certain areas, especially when he does like the little designs, or he has to do a lot of circle things. Like some of mine, when he does the circles, it's like really good massage.
You were telling me that Matt's done 6 designs on you so far.
Yeah.
What is the one design that really stands out in your mind?
I have 2 that stand out, and it's because Matti painted me with a really good friend each time. So the first was with Kirsty. She came down to Toronto to visit, and he painted us together, and she chose my tracks because normally he lets us choose tracks to paint with, and then he creates an image based on that. So she chose all my tracks on how she thinks about me, and it turned out really cool. And the second time was for a Pantheon, his board game project. And I got painted with my best friend Ari. And it was the Hydra. It was really creep and dark. I was painted completely black. And I had a whole bunch of dragon mouths and everything painted on me. And Kirsty's arms actually wrapped around me, creating other mouths for the Hydra. And it was just a really cool moment. Really cool.
Can actually people see this picture on the internet?
Yes. I'm going to convince Matti to put them up because of this. So, yeah, we'll be able to see them. It's going to be up on Matti McLean's website, which is mattimclean.com.
And your artistics that you're actually following, what kind of artistic world do you pursue?
I do film, theater, and voiceover. I really want to do voiceover. That's where my passion lies. I'm also going to be doing several film projects this summer. One is a silent film with my good friend Tony. And we're filming it. It's about a little girl shaking an 8-ball. And then it's a dream that comes because of it. And then she wakes up and she's like, ah, and shakes it again.
And your Facebook account so people can go check it out?
It's Kari Kinnear, so Kari space ANN space KINNEAR. And I have a Facebook page, so you can follow me on that, or Twitter, which is @Kari Kinnear.
Thank you so much for your time, Kari.
Thank you very much.